In the premium midsize crossover sport utility segment, there are a couple of athletic entries that feel as if they could give a sports sedan a run for their money on a deserted curvy road. The 2015 Mercedes-Benz M-Class is not among them, but for the greater majority of people shopping for a practically minded luxury crossover, that will be a non-issue. It's the M-Class's roomy and inviting cabin and the feeling of impeccable build quality that hold much greater sway. So, let's go ahead and check out this 2015 Mercedes-Benz ML. Now essentially, for the 2015 model year, the M-Class lineup sees a greater fuel efficiency with a pair of new engines, a smaller diesel and a turbocharged V6, and the fitment of fuel-saving automatic engine start-stop technology for all engines. Now, as far as styling goes on the ML, I quite like it a lot. I think it's a very classy looking vehicle here, and that's a very common trait with a Merc. But you do have these pretty good looking LED daytime running lights, and then projectors as well. And then I also do like these 20-inch AMG wheels here that give it a very handsome but sporty looking presence and athletic presence at the same time. But overall, I really like the styling on the ML. Now here goes the key fob for the vehicle. You have your lock, unlock to release your tailgate, and then your panic button, but overall it's a very high quality and good looking key fob here. Now our particular ML we have here is the ML400, and it is 4MATIC, and it comes with the 3-liter bi-turbo V6 engine here. Now it is a black exterior color with smart key access on all 4 doors. You also do have these running boards here. It also comes with a black leather interior. You also do have your power lumbar located right there. And then in typical Mercedes fashion, your power driver seat controls are located right here. Power adjustable headrests, your power recline. Now stepping on inside of the ML here, you can see it's a very inviting and very high quality looking cabin, typical Mercedes-Benz fashion. The step-in height is pretty low overall. Now push button ignition is available on the ML. And like I said, what you're hearing is a 3-liter bi-turbo V6 engine. Coming to your transmission, you have a column-mounted 7-speed automatic, down for drive, up for reverse, push for park. And then when you put the vehicle into reverse, that displays your rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory. The mirrors do tilt down when you put the vehicle into reverse as well. And you also do have a little guidance line for your tow hitch. Pretty interesting there. I don't think I've ever found that on a vehicle. Alright. And like I said, push for park. Easy as that. And let's go ahead and turn on the lights. And the hazards too. All windows are fully automatic. Now let's go ahead and pop the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators. You also do have blind spot detection. You have bi-xenon headlights with LED turn signal indicators, as well as LED daytime running lights and active curve illumination. Very elegant looking front end, yet very athletic too looking. And it does take some resemblance from the smaller CLA class as well as the larger S class. And this one also does have the white illuminated star that you can get as a dealer option. Pretty cool looking. Now under the hood here, like I said, you have a 3-liter bi-turbo V6 engine producing 329 horses here at 5250 RPM and 354 pound-feet of torque at 1600 RPM, with the EPA estimates being 18 in the city and 22 on the highway. And we do have the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system here. It also does run on premium unleaded fuel. Now the base powertrain is a 3.5 liter V6. Now that powertrain can feel underpowered at times, and you have the option of a 2.1 liter 4-cylinder twin turbo diesel, and then you have the top of the line ML400 AMG, which comes with a 5.5 liter twin turbo V8, and then all are mated into a 7-speed automatic transmission. Now since the ML is slotted between a small crossover SUV as well as a large 3-row luxury crossover SUV, there's not many competitors for it, or at least main direct competitors, but some competitors you might want to put in mind is the Lexus RX as well as the BMW X5. Now also another neat little feature is that you do have these lights that are located in the body panel here, and it definitely helps when you're trying to get into a vehicle at night. Now you also do have an independent front and rear suspension. Now like I said, EPA estimates are 18 in the city and 22 on the highway. This particular one costs $69,500. LED tail lamps with LED turn signal indicators. You also do have a rear window wiper with a rear window defroster, and an LED third brake light at the top here. Now of course you have all of your basic power necessities: power windows, power exterior mirrors, and they also do power folds. Your power door locks and your memory seat settings for 3 people. Of course the armrest is also nice and soft touch, as well as the mid door panel and upper door panel. That's to be expected in this kind of vehicle here. And let's go ahead and rev it up. Very nice. Now as far as the build quality and the materials go inside of this vehicle here, it's very impeccable. The build quality and the materials are just exquisite inside of here. Nice stitching, as you can see. Upper door panels, nice soft touch. Mid door panel, armrest, like I said. And up here it's also nice soft touch. Stitching goes throughout the whole entire dashboard. Everything is pretty much the highest of quality here. Nice stitching on this lower portion right here. Also, this isn't even a cheap hard plastic. They also made this nice and soft touch, and this also runs through even right down here. So that's pretty good. Overall, you won't find many panel gaps inside of here. Build quality and materials are just excellent. And that's what you would expect from a Mercedes-Benz. Now I gotta give credit to Mercedes for making the AC controls look very simple and clean looking here. You have dual zone automatic climate control, and then it also displays on the main infotainment screen. Then here's your temperatures, and you have your fan speeds, different zones. Very simple and easy to use, not gimmicky at all, as you would find in some luxury vehicles Rear window defroster, very easy to use. Down there you have your cup holders. You also do have this really nice ambient lighting that surrounds the cup holders. Then you have a lid that covers them too. Also a really nice wood grain here. Down here you have a little storage compartment. Then right there is where you will find your center console storage and then your USB port. Decent amount of center console storage. Of course, this is nice soft touch and stitched, but it's actually kind of hard. It's very firmly padded. Up there you'll find your auto dimming rearview mirror with garage home link, SOS safety connect. Then your sunglass container, also very high quality line with felt. Don't see that too often. And then your reading lights. And you also do have a panoramic sunroof. Gives the cabin a much more airy feel. And then the reading lights are also LEDs too. Very nice. Now also a pretty nice feature is that you do have heated and cooled cup holders, and they do change colors, which is pretty neat. Now as far as visibility goes inside of this vehicle here, it's pretty good. You have a decent amount of side glass area right here. However, the A-pillar is just a little thick. Outward visibility is okay. Rearward visibility, it's a little hard to see out of. The rear glass window back there is a little small. It's not too bad. Now coming to the steering wheel design, I love the steering wheel of the ML. Very high quality design here. Over here, these controls control the little center screen right there, which I'll get to in just a minute. Over here you have your steering wheel mounted audio controls, Bluetooth phone control, and then your voice recognition. And then I forgot to mention that you also do have paddle shifters for the manual shiftability. You also do have your cruise control stock right here, and then your power tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then your rain sensing windshield wipers. But one gripe I do have is that when you're trying to make a turn signal, you can sometimes press the cruise control stock. And that is a minor gripe I do have about this vehicle, but Mercedes is trying to get better with that. They're not having that on their latest vehicles. I also do like the ambient lighting that runs throughout pretty much the whole entire cabin. Definitely gives it a much more nicer ambiance. Now coming to the main head unit here, it's pretty easy to use overall, but it's getting a little dated. It's also a little small for this day and age. Now we've seen this system millions of times, and they've been using this layout since the late 2000s, and it's time for a change. And I would rather much prefer their head unit on their new C-Class as well as the S-Class. But it still works overall pretty well, and I guess that's the main importance of it here. But it's just getting dated. Over here on your radio, you have AM, FM, satellite radio, HD radio on this bad boy too here. Sound system quality is pretty good since we do have the Harman Kardon sound system. Navigation system, the map quality is okay, but it's not the best I've seen. I've seen way better. No 3D rendering of buildings or anything of that nature here. But, you know, it's okay. It does what it's supposed to do. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fix it, right? Coming to your phone, you can connect the device, of course, and then have your dial pad on here, and then your text messaging functions, and then your call list, and your contacts, all of that good stuff. But one thing I'm really not sure why Mercedes is still doing this is, why are they still having this dial pad right here? They really do need to get rid of that. They've been using that forever. Coming to the video, you can watch movies on here. Your system, you have your clock. You can change many different settings. You also do have your average MPG. You have a graph here. Pretty cool. And then you have settings for like your rear view camera, your voice control, text reader speed, and language. Many different settings. And then everything is pretty much controlled by this dial right here when you're trying to select something or scroll through something. And then you have these buttons right here that control the main head unit too. Series weather. You get a 5-day forecast. Then you have your Mercedes mobile website, operator's manual, then your internet favorites, Mercedes-Benz apps, and your internet radio. Pretty easy to use overall though. Overall, I really do like this head unit. It's very simple and easy to use, pretty user-friendly overall too. It's just that they've been using this layout for quite some time now. Coming down here, you have your heated seats, your eco button, then your traction control off button, downhill assist, and then your heated seats for your passenger side too. Now as far as the gauges go, love the gauges on the ML. Nice bold and large font. And then you have your exterior temperature readout at the top and your digital clock. And then coming to this little center screen right here, it's basically a smaller version of the Mercedes command interface. Pretty cool. You have your trip odometer right there. And then like I said, it's all controlled by these buttons right here. And then you have many different vehicle settings that you can change, like the automatic door lock. Then you have your tire pressure. And then many different driver assistance settings. You have driver assistance technologies such as lane keeping assist, blind spot assist, attention assist. Many different driver assistance technologies here on this vehicle. Then if you have a telephone connected, then you could change your different audio source too. So basically it's like a little mini command interface if you don't want to go to this interface right here and you don't want to take your eyes off of the road. So it's pretty cool. Now as far as the seats go, the seats are fairly comfortable, very well supportive, lots of side bolstering, just the perfect right amount. Thigh support is also pretty good too, and the headrests are nice and big as well, and they adjust quite nicely. Now from the driver's seat, the feel of the brakes inspires confidence. The ride quality is exemplary, isolating occupants from both road impacts and noise. It's a reason in itself to buy this Benz here. On winding roads, however, the non-AMG M-Class models feel pretty soft, and the steering is both devoid of feel and pretty light in effort. Translation, this is not a sporty SUV here. While the ML63 AMG delivers considerably more capable but ultimately uninspiring handling. Alright, and let's go ahead and shut down the M-Class. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle, including the rear seat passenger space and the cargo capacity. Now you do have a power tailgate that you can activate from your key or this little button right here. Now cargo capacity is pretty good overall. These rear seats do fold down, as you can see, to maximize cargo space. You also do have a 12-volt power outlet. First aid kit too, of course. Now as far as build quality and materials go, in the rear, still nice stitching everywhere. Very impeccable. Nice soft touch materials too. And you have this wood grain back here too. Now the way these seats fold down is pretty interesting. Usually a lot of crossover SUVs, these second row seats don't fold like this. But the bottom portion right here comes up like that. And then to pull this down, just pull this lever right here. Comes down just like that. And then you also do have a 115 volt power outlet right there. And then one cool little feature is that you do have underwheel foot lighting right there. A lot of vehicles don't do that nowadays. Now sitting back here, there's lots of headroom, lots of legroom. And like I said, you do have the nice panoramic sunroof, which gives the cabin a much more airy feel. Of course, you do have a rear center armrest with cup holders. And then you also do have rear air vents back here. Little storage compartment right there, and then beneath that too. And then you also do have a 12-volt power outlet as well. And the seats are decently supportive. Thigh support is pretty good. Alrighty. Full powered passenger seat with power recline and an adjustable headrest. Glove box compartment, nice and damped, and line whip felt too, very high quality. Alrighty. So the 2015 Mercedes-Benz M-Class may not be a standout among its rivals in any single category, but its very comfortable cabin and wide variety of engines and packages gives it its broad appeal. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.